Hello, my name is Leticia, and today I'm going to be answering the questions for the Unit 5 discussion. The first question is in regards to what messages do we receive about food and weight. I want to say that due to the fact that we live in a society which relies a lot on social media and technology, we tend to see a lot of different messages. I want to say with social media, we tend to see a lot of influencers or famous people just advertise certain teas or diets or even doctors that have helped them achieve their ideal weight. But I believe this can be very contradicting since most of the time these influencers, celebrities have the money to just get surgery, so we never really know the true results of these products that they're advertising. So I want to say that although the message is good that we should be healthy and we should be not necessarily thin, um, it could be very contradicting if they do end up just getting surgery and, not taking the easy way out, but not really using the product that they're advertising to. The second question is, are there competing messages? And I want to say that there is. I believe now we are more aware that having a thin body is not necessarily healthy. I want to say throughout the recent years, we have been more aware of what we're advertising and how bad, young teenagers can get if they have a bad way of achieving it. I want to say when I was a teenager, I really wanted to be skinny and to have the perfect body, and I did a lot of things that were not healthy to try to achieve that. And I want to say it's fairly common in young adults, but I want to say now we have acknowledged that there's a problem, and it makes me happy that we have acknowledged that, but there's still a lot of work to be done for us to achieve that. Especially now, like in television, we see, it's okay to exercise um, 10 minutes a day or something like that, and for us to love our bodies the way that we are, which is a great message because girls and boys are going to be more accepting of their body, and they're not going to go to bad habits to achieve a healthy body just because they don't see their body or weight type on television or anything like that. I want to say that we're more aware of that, and we're trying to include everybody in television and movies and radio and any type of social work. We're trying to include them in it so every body type can be happy that they have some exposure and that they're not alone. And the last question is, how do we conceive of the best way to spend leisure time, and how is this tied to body weight? I want to say if you're just, some people have very high metabolism, and no matter what they eat or how they spend their time, maybe just laying around, they can have the perfect body, but it really just goes back to genes at that point. I want to say during quarantine, I was stuck at home. I didn't have nothing to do, and although I wasn't a very active person, I did miss being on my feet and, at work, having those like days where my legs were hurting because I was working. And during quarantine, I was stuck at home and I was just watching television. I am being honest that the fact that I did gain weight, I would spend a lot of my time eating and just watching movies. And although I didn't see it after quarantine kind of ended, I went back to work. I was like, man, my work clothes don't really fit, and it was all because I was just sitting at home, not really doing much. There was times where I would walk to my sister's room and then back a few times just so I could get some workout in, even though it wasn't a lot. It was just a way for me to have some like activity going on instead of just laying down watching movies. I want to say that sometimes you don't have that energy to do so because you want to be healthy, but you have no way of achieving so. I mean, some people don't have the money to get a gym membership or to have, fancy workout shoes or fancy workout clothes. It could all potentially lead back to that, but I want to say overall it's genes and it's how determined you are to achieve your ideal body weight in a healthy way. But thank you guys for listening.